Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, if you saw in the thumbnail or the title or anything like that, you'll see that I am making a golden bee candle. And basically, what sparked this idea was that months ago I published a video about me making a bee candle, and I made it yellow, and I said in one of my other videos that because I made it with terracotta clay, to layer the yellow took so many layers and I got really impatient with it. But I have this gold paint that's really shiny metallic, and I thought, why not just try it with that and see how it looks? So this is the process of me making a golden bee candle, and honestly, I love it. So I hope you guys love it too. So I'll walk you through what I'm doing at the moment. So to start this pot, I am on the pottery wheel, which involves centering the clay, bringing down the clay, poking a hole in it, pulling the walls out, and then pulling them up and making the shape of the pot that you would like. After that, I grab a sponge and I take off any excess water from it before wiring it off the pottery wheel. Once the clay is dry enough to hold its shape, but soft enough to still work with it, I then go on to trimming. So I start by trimming off the bigger bits, so majority of the clay off, before I go round with my little circular trimming tool, and I just take off any little excesses of the clay and just neaten it up, making it nice and round at the bottom, because I sort of want this bee to have a round shaped pot. Once I've done trimming, I wet my sponge and I just smooth out the bottom of the pot with the sponge. And then once that is done, I can flip it over and start with the sculpting process. Now, for the sculpting of the bee, I only really want to attach wings to it. So that only means that I'm attaching two things, and they're quite small, so I thought I would use the excess trim that I trimmed off earlier and use that clay to basically shape it into a semicircle, and then I will smooth it out, and from there I will roughly decide where I want the wings to be placed. Once I have roughly decided where I want the wings to go, I can use my scorching tool and just scorch on the pot where I want them, and then scorch on the edge of the wings where I'm going to attach it. From there I can add a little bit of water on my finger and just dab it on where I've scorched it, and then it sort of acts like a glue to attach the wings. Once the pot is dry, it means I can move on to painting. So I normally start with the lightest colour when I'm painting, and in this circumstance it is white, obviously they're wings. So I started by painting white on the wings, and basically why I start with the lighter colours is because I sort of create the outline with a lighter colour, and if I go over the outline it's not as big a deal because I can go over what I've accidentally gone over in a darker colour, if that makes any sense. Along with that, I also layer it so that the white really shows through, because it's terracotta. I don't want the lighter colour to be showing the clay underneath it, so I add a few layers of it, and it's just easier to do that when there's not all the other colours added to it. So now onto the gold, where I will create the curved edges to make it sort of look like more of a bumblebee shape. And I'm just starting by going over the face first, so this is what I'm doing, is the outline to the face, and then I'll add the stripes, and then that just makes it easier as well for the black, and the black can go over the gold if I accidentally go over any outlines or it doesn't look quite right. So again, going with the lighter colours, obviously gold would be the next one. So after adding the gold stripe on the side, I'm just adding the little bum of the bumblebee and I'm basically doing it in the same sort of shape as the face, but just more narrow instead. And of course, the stripes are so lovely that I had to also bring them on in the inside. So I'm keeping the pattern going throughout the whole of the pot, apart from obviously the bottom of the pot. But once you burn the candle down, then you can still use it as a pot and still see the lovely pattern on the inside as well. And now we can move on to painting the pot in black. So I'm just adding the black stripes, and then because it's the darkest colour, I can go over any mistakes that I've made, possibly like slightly going over the outline or anything like that. So it makes it really convenient. And yes, I literally only added this clip because I thought it would look satisfying. But looking back, I'm sort of like, why did I record this? Once I've finished with the black stripes, I can go on and add the little features. So I've obviously done his little face, and I'm just adding the little blush to his cheeks. So he's got a little smiley face and two big bulbous eyes. Once I've painted the pot the way I like it, I can add the candle safe varnish. Because I want to put the candle inside it, I obviously want the pot to be safe and everything like that. So I will add it on different parts of the colours. So I started by the gold, and then the black, and then the white, just in case it's smudged into another area. So here is me melting down the beeswax, ready to put into the candle. And of course I scented it lavender because bees love flowers and I had to pick lavender for it. Once the candle's set, I can cut the wick and basically I'm done. And I'm so happy with how this looks. And I compared it to my yellow bee candle, and honestly, I think I prefer the gold just because it's more sleek and just looks a bit more elegant. But let me know what you think, if you prefer the yellow or gold bee candle. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!